You got him?
Yeah,
Good job, dude.
Nice, Red.
Oh, look at the size of that guy.
Paul's a cool kid, man. He's a kid that really is working hard and doing some good things. He's on it. He knows where the fish are.
Oh, there, I got a snook. Oh, that's cool.
Interesting to watch, just the next generation grow up and just into the fishing down here. And it was really fun to get to know him.
There he is.
There you go.
All right.
Like that.
Is that the tarpon?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. Oh, he ate it. He ate it. He ate it. Nice, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had
Got him, relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh, awesome. Look at that big boy. Woo.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
All right. What do we got going on here, Paul?
Got some tarpon in the shoreline, kind of hide out of the wind.
Yeah.
They kind of be rolling around trees in there, and a couple ditches they'll land, kind of sweep a fly in the current to them. Should be eager to bite.
Smaller fish?
Yeah, smaller fish, 5 to 15 pounds.
Sweet. Is this one of those little niches where not too many people are beating them up?
Yeah, they're hard to come by, but you kind of find a little area that has them where people don't hit them.
So we're fly fishing. You see anything in there you like?
I got these little tiny ones I tied last night. Try them first.
Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah.
What is your look?
It's just a little
where
black.
Are your flies right here?
Yeah, it's in the box in there.
Great opportunity to get to go fishing with Paul Ross.
Yeah, Paul's a cool kid, man. He's a kid that really is working hard and doing some good things. He's on it. He knows where the fish are, and as well as going to school and working on all kinds of stuff all at the same time.
Yeah, it's really neat. Interesting to watch, just the next generation grow up and just into the fishing down here. And Paul's dad was a charter boat captain at Bud and Mary's, and he's been running this boat called the Relentless for years, and has a reputation of being one of the best there is. And his son Paul grew up, in that environment. And it seems like he's gravitated more towards the inshore fishing, but it was really fun to get to know him and just another, just fishing family.
Black.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
That's interesting.
They like it.
Even in the clear water, huh?
It works good because, they can see it from far enough away. You can land it far enough away from them and they still see it, rather than having to get it 2 feet in front of them for them to see it. You might see it, 3 or 4 feet away.
So you think that they see the black a lot further, huh?
Yeah, I think that. And, if they're gonna bite, they're gonna bite. So you might as well get them with the fly that maybe they'll see it a little further away.
Yeah.
Especially if they're under the trees, you can kind of draw them out a little easier.
That's a good point.
We pull up there, we ran the new boat, which was so cool. It's the first time we got to fish on the new Yellowfin V-hull skiff, and this 17 skiff was great. I mean, it's fast, dry, just really great. And so, it was fun just to run that over there. And then, when we pulled around this island, he knew exactly where these fish were going to stay. It was one of these little islands where he'd found this little nook and cranny where nobody else fishes, and these fish were on that shoreline right where he said. And, he started out with a fly rod, really with high expectations, thinking, all right, he knows where they're at, they're little tarpon, we're gonna catch these suckers.
Good. Little bump, bump, bump. Oh, try it again. There's a bunch of them in there. Nice shot, good. Little bump, bump. Here he comes.
Facing the other way.
Yeah, he came out for it. Try it again. Good. Oh. See them all here at 9? They're kind of under the trees there.
Oh yeah.
Try that. Nice. Try that.
Oh, I thought he had it.
You hooked that shoot pretty good.
Thought he had it, man. He made a move for it, and about the same time I hooked this thing. And as we move in there, we pass by these massive schools of pilchards. Massive schools. Well, one thing that kind of became a little obvious later is there's all this bait right here, 30 feet away from where we're thinking the tarpon are going to be. Well, you'd think maybe we'd see a tarpon come out there and eat some of that bait. We never saw that. And then when we start to see the tarpon, we start to get the shots with the fly. I'm able to throw the fly that Paul had, really nice shots, and zero reaction.
They acted like they didn't see it.
2 or 3 under that bush.
Nice.
That looked good.
Oh, that should have worked.
Wow.
That should definitely have worked.
So I get a couple of shots, really nice shots. They absolutely should have eaten it, or at least followed it, or spooked from it. They're doing nothing. So I go to my fly box and I'm like, okay, and this is what we used to do when we were red fishing, is like, if we're using a dark bait and we're getting zero reaction, let's try a light bait. If we're using a tiny bait, let's try a really big bait. Like, I try to go the opposite. And so the fly that Paul had was a very dark, very slender fly. So I thought, okay, let's go to a lighter, larger fly and see what happens there. And the shot was so nice and perfect in front of these fish that, I mean, it should have been an impulse bite.
No reaction
I
whatsoever.
mean, they're acting like it's not there, huh?
I mean, that came right in front of his nose.
That was strange, huh?
That was the best shot we've had
That was good.
yet, and
You know, it
nothing.
looked like he was almost gonna kind of nose up to it before it got moving good, but once it started moving where something should have happened, nothing. He had nothing for us.
Well, you got us in a good spot, man. We'll just stay right here, be patient. We're gonna get him. One of them will make a mistake here.
There's always one of them, right?
Let's hope. Yes, we fooled them.
We
finally
finally
figured it out.
Finally figured something out there.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay Resort. Find what lures you. LOWRANCE, America's #1 fish finder. B&W Trailer Hitches, towing adventure. Mercury Marine, go boldly. St. Croix Rods, the best rods on earth. Yeti, built for the wild. And by Ameritrail Trailers, Daiwa, Marathon, Power Pole, and Reflex Boat Decking.
We had some challenging conditions. You know, we started right here at Hawks Cay, and Paul's up the road, and we're gonna go that way anyway. So we said, you know, we'll just take the boat off the lift here at Hawks Cay. We'll meet you up the road a little bit. It'll make for a nice ride. We were planning on going across to the Everglades, and you know, looking at the weather, Paul, I liked what he did. He makes a plan. He's like, look, guys, we could just go right over here, and we could try to catch these little baby tarpon, and then we can kind of get an idea what the weather's gonna do. You know, that was somebody that was thinking, like, okay, why run by these fish? I was here yesterday, these fish are here, the tide's right, let's stop in. I love little tarpon, so that was fine
Yeah,
with
it
me.
was great. But in the first spot, they were definitely not wanting to eat.
Well, it's gonna have to be right on their nose, because they're sure.
They're not doing that hot pursuit thing where they
No, they're definitely
chase
not
it down.
doing that.
They actually ignored everything we were doing. You know, it wasn't like they were spooky. They just
No,
were
they weren't spooky.
lethargic, you know. And
So
after you
lethargic.
tried the different flies, and, you know, it was, you know, I don't know that it made a big difference. You know, it got to the point where we were like, all right, we just need to go find other fish.
All right, Paul, let's try
Let's go
plan
do
B.
it.
Plan B.
You guys good to go?
Yep, good to go.
And he had another spot. We left there on the way out. We passed those pilchards again. I was kind of looking over at them like, and then we run to this other spot. Again, it's very similar, a little nook and cranny where nobody fishes. This spot where the water was a little dirtier, which was kind of nice. And he said we might see some other things like redfish in here as well, and some little tarpon.
These guys in here been more user-friendly?
Yeah, it's a little harder to see them, but that could be good on our end, you know, for getting them to bite. Might see a red by the creek mouth there.
I was encouraged to see the little bit off-color water, because usually that means the fish are a little more cooperative. And sure enough, we poke up in that hole, and he's like, I think I see a tarpon. I think I see him.
They were hard to see.
4 feet left. Good shot. Oh, just move it slow. Good. Bump it. Bump. Here he comes. Bump it. Oh, it's a redfish. Bump it. Bump. Wait.
Eat.
Oh,
Can I try them with this?
hang on, wait. That was a big red.
That was a
He
huge
came for it, dude.
Yeah.
That was a huge
The tarpon are to the left.
That was a good reaction.
So after you got a big redfish fall on your fly, Paul's like, dude, put on a gulp shrimp.
He ate it.
There's something.
There you go.
Oh, I missed him. Had him.
Drop
came
it, drop
back.
it, drop. Slide through there fast. He's still looking for it.
First cast.
Yeah, he liked that. Oh, bump it, bump. Got him. There you go.
Nice job, Tom.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh. Put it back in there, you might eat it again.
You know, we try for a little bit longer. We try throwing that gulp shrimp some more. Really, maybe some snappers and stuff like that, but we start making this decision of, I think we can go get that bait.
What's the next plan? Go get those pilchards and
Might as
crush
well. I
all
mean,
these
we know they're
fish,
there.
or run someplace where we don't know there are any fish?
Oh, when you put it that way.
I mean,
I think I know what you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, it was the way you put it. You're like, hey, you want to go somewhere where we don't know there's fish? Or just go catch that bait and fish where we do know there's fish. You know, and it's like, you know, the old don't leave fish to find fish. Well, the only reason we were leaving is because they weren't biting, but we just needed to change our presentation.
Right. We go back and we're all thinking, boy, the bait's gonna change everything. Like if we go in there with bait, we're gonna catch those things.
I think the fish are going to be happier with this fly here. These are.
Yeah, these are
this
good
is
flies.
my favorite fly.
Wow, that's a lot of jellyfish. Will these jellyfish kill the pilchards in the well?
Paul makes a throw. We're catching all these jellyfish as well, these upside down jellyfish. And when you get those jellyfish and you put them in the well with the pilchard, something happens and it kills the pet.
Yeah,
kills
I've
the
never
bait.
seen that many. I mean, there were so many jellyfish in with the pilchards. It was like I had a hard time just getting the jellyfish out before it was just nothing but jellyfish. You kept catching more bait before
Right.
I could get the jellyfish out. You know, and finally we got it sorted out, but I look in there and sure enough, man, half the pilchards or more were dead. And I was like, oh man, it was kind of depressing a little bit. And we figured, all right, well, we might as well just, you know, fish with what we got. And we had, you know, enough live ones to give it a try. But it was like, you know, we were expecting to have a whole bunch where we could chum and get those tarpon fired up.
Yeah, the water quality in the well is not good with all the jellyfish in there. So they're lasting like a cast or two, and we're getting shots at the tarpon. They're coming up there. So I just go ahead and just throw it out there and just leave it. It's like, okay, well, this I can imagine that the thing is barely swimming, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, we don't have anything else. And that's when I get the bite.
There he is.
There you go.
All right.
Like that.
Is that the
know if it's
tarpon?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, nice job. All you needed was the right bait.
Just took a little more action.
Chum a few more of those suckers.
Yeah.
Several with him coming right here.
Yeah, here, I'll throw.
Right there, right there, right there. You know, that bait was not that lively, so before you start throwing out all your dead ones, they might eat the dead ones better than they eat the live ones because
Yeah,
they're
right.
so lethargic.
It might be getting ready for this
nice.
front to come in, you know?
It's
That
awesome.
was cool.
Wanna
Nice
hook me
job.
up? See if I can catch another one. Well, that definitely makes me feel a little bit better. At least we got a bite.
Yeah.
After a lot of rejections and a lot of just non-interest, we started to work out the code to, okay, a dead one on the bottom works.
Well, I thought, you know, it was kind of a fluke at first, and you know, you hook that one, jump him off, and you go right back in the same spot. You know, you were doing something totally different. I was trying to sight cast here. You just threw it out there and just put some slack in the line, and just let it sit there. And sure enough, you got another one on.
There you go.
There you go. Sounds like him.
It's shiny.
Oh,
you go.
tarpon, nice job,
Nice.
man. You got it going now.
He found a sweet spot back there.
All we had to do is get the right bait.
Watch for, last time a bunch of them came with him.
Yeah.
No, this one's by himself.
Nice job, dude.
He doesn't like us.
Oh, we started off with a dark fly, switched to a light fly, and then he got the perfect
I
one.
think we've thrown just about everything we have in our
Yeah, but
possession.
honestly, I think they're eating the dead ones, man.
Yeah, you know, we've thrown so many dead ones back there. It's
I think they're eating the dead ones off the bottom.
I've seen snook do that same thing.
All right, Paul. Yes, we fooled them.
We
finally
finally-
figured it out.
Finally figured something out there.
For the big tarpon, we do that all the time, dead mullet. Sometimes they're just not in that mood. But I've never really targeted the small tarpon like that. I've always think, you know, you gotta throw a fly in there or an artificial lure and jig it or something like that, or you have to have a live pilchard. Usually we'll chum with live pilchards and get them all fired up and catch them. I've never tried that before with the dead ones, you know, just patience to do it or just the confidence it would work, but man, did it work.
All right. That is outstanding.
figured it out. Nice, that is pretty, dude.
Way to go, buddy.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
beautiful. Love watching that.
Let's see if we can make that happen again.
Dark brown.
Tell you
on the
what, he was
grass.
very close to going through the leader.
Yeah, it was wearing through there.
Very
What is
close.
that?
Nice job,
Yeah.
Tom.
Nice job.
So you think he was eating the dead ones?
I really believe that they're eating the dead
I believe
ones.
it, yeah. That's good.
I mean, so we got plenty of dead ones probably, but
Yeah, keep sliding them back there. So one of the things I'm most excited about this year is Yellowfin finally came out with a 17 V-hull skiff that I've been wanting for a lot of years. They've had a 17 skiff that we've used for years, and it's a great boat, but it's more of a flat bottom, super shallow water, tailing redfish type boat, and we've had some great experiences on it, but I've always wanted to have a more V-hull boat for fishing down here in the Florida Keys so that we can make those long runs across the bay and have that smooth chop, and really also to maximize the speed of our Mercury 115 horsepower engine. The V-hulls get out of the water a bit more and really allow you to turn up that horsepower and get that top end speed. So I finally got the boat this year. I was so excited with it. And I got in the water and took a ride, and I was pretty happy, but the motor just wasn't propped right, you could tell. We were using the same prop that we had on the old 17 skiff, but that change in the hull from having that flatter bottom to that more V, even with the same motor, it really was requiring a different prop. And finding a prop can be a difficult process, but Mercury really makes it easy. They have a prop selector guide on their website. You can go to Mercury Prop Selector, figure out the type of boat you're looking for, engine type, performance level of your prop, price range, stuff like that, and it guided you right to there. It gave me a few different options. The one I chose was the 21 pitch Spitfire, and it really worked good. It was a 4-blade prop. I've liked 4-blade props for a couple reasons. One, they don't give you quite as much speed, but they give you a lot of lift and really carry weight well. Now, if it's light on fuel and it's just one person and I want maximum speed, a 3-blade prop will probably get me there, but I was really happy with this 4-blade. Lifted the hull out of the water, and I was getting over 50 miles an hour. Just great performance all around, really happy with it. So if you're in the market for a new prop, check out Mercury's website and check out the Prop Selector Guide. It'll steer you in the right direction. And if you're interested in any of the gear that Tom and I use, check out the Tackle Direct link below.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Hook. Tackle Direct, the world's premier fishing outfitter. Buff, built for ultimate sun protection. Waypoint, streaming the best hunting and fishing series. Download the app today. And by Bruno and Rod Holders. Nikon. Wiley X, Lithium Pros, and Golden Boat Lifts.
Oh, there, I got a snook.
There you go.
Right here. Oh, that's cool.
good job.
That is cool. Oh, yeah. How neat is that? Literally right here where we were catching the bait.
It looks so shallow too. It's
I've never done that before. Literally while you were throwing the net.
Paul goes to catch some more of the pilchards, and right as he's throwing the net, I mean, I'm literally looking at snook swimming by the mangroves, and so he's dumping the net. I grabbed a pilchard, put it on there right after he dumped it out, the live one, and I throw it over into the mangroves, and sure enough, this guy comes right out. This snook comes right out of the mangroves and eats it. It was so cool. I mean, I think you got to be real quiet and not scare anything. But we caught a tarpon. We caught that snook, and we knew that we'd seen that redfish over there, that big redfish that chased your fly, and I was thinking, that would be a cool way to finish it off, to go catch that big redfish and have a backcountry slam. And so we get over there, and the water conditions had changed, had gotten muddy, which I thought that's kind of an advantage to, especially with the bait. Paul had been letting us fish all day. I was like, man, you get up there and catch something.
I think I got him.
got him.
Yeah.
Get him.
Got him?
Yeah,
Nice
I got him.
job, dude.
He's headed.
Get him out of the trees.
He's headed back in there.
Oh, that's nice.
Him?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome,
Nice.
man.
Bring a
Nice
net
red.
today, right?
Oh, look at the size of that guy.
Big pink color on him.
That is cool. How about that,
He
man?
came up chasing that
one that
pilchard right
almost-
at the boat.
He saw that big redfish come up and chase a pilcher right on the top of the water, right in front of you, and he flips over there and hooks him up.
Yep, that was great. And when you get on the back of the boat, your time on the front of the boat with a rod in your hand goes down a lot. And so you could tell he was excited to get a rod back in his hand and actually do a little bit of fishing. And he's very good at it. And it was cool to see him, you know, land that.
Oh
big
man, he had to work him out of the mangroves. I mean, that big redfish could have easily got him, you know, in the trees. And for around here, that's a big redfish. Really cool way to finish up the day. And you know, I can't think of a better way to, you know, just get to know somebody than spend the day on the boat with them.
Well, that's pretty cool, Paul.
Yeah, no, that
Tarpon?
was awesome.
Snook, redfish.
Well, close to home slam there.
Yeah. All within sight of the dock. That's not bad.
Yeah. Look at that, huh?
It's hard for me to believe Saltwater Experience has been on for 17 years, and you can find every show for free on Waypoint TV. Go to waypointtv.com and download the app.
That is cool.
It's a good fish, man.
That's awesome.
Look
Nice
how
belly
pink
on
he
him.
is
Healthy.
in this water right here.
Completely different
That
from most of
goes,
those.
that goes completely camouflaged, man.
Nice.
Good work.
Great.
Good job, bud.
Yeah, it was fun to be able to get up there and fish at the end of the day there. Used to sitting back watching everybody, which I still enjoy, but it's always nice to be able to fish yourself every once in a while. Rich and Tom let me slide up there at the end of the day and was able to catch a nice red. So it's tough the last couple of days. The fishing's been so good lately, you know, it's been spoiling. So when you get a tough day like today, it kind of makes your mind wander a little bit. You know, a couple of years ago, I was happy to catch 2 or 3 reds. Now, if you're not catching 20 or 30 reds and snook a day, it's almost a disappointment, but I enjoyed being out there with them. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Oh, there he goes.
And that's it.
Perfect.
And I was all worried about the jellyfish killing our bait. It's the best thing that happened all day.